Hi guys, my name is TJ and welcome to TJ Smiles. Today I have an unhauling book haul for you guys, and basically this is because I am starting a new adventure and embarkment into my life, and I can't bring a bunch of books with me. Well, obviously I can because books are they and my children, but I might as well unhaul some I know I'm never going to read once I get to my destination. So let's go ahead and get started. The first books I am unhauling from this haul is Pretties and Specials and The Uglies. I don't know if it's a trilogy, it's a quartet. In The Uglies Quartet by Scott Westerfield. I read Uglies and I just wasn't a fan of it, but I found these books on sale somewhere, used, and I was like, well, I might as well pick them up and try them out. I mean, they're on sale, so why not? I'll finish the quartet and see how it ends, because I was a little curious on how it ended. And then I put it on my December TBR pile, and I read the first two books of my December TBR pile, and then, I just didn't feel like reading because I had gotten to these, and I knew reading these would just put me in such a slump, because reading Uglies put me in such a slump. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to read them, so I'm just going to go ahead and unhaul these because I'm never going to read these. The next two books that I am planning on unhauling is New Moon and Breaking Dawn in Stephenie Meyer's Twilight series. Don't get me wrong, I am a Twilight die-hard fan, but these were on sale at a library by my grandparents' house, and they picked them up for me, just hoping that I hadn't already had copies of these, and I already did. So thank you guys for the thought. It's the thought that counts, but I really don't need two more copies of these, so I'm going to go ahead and unhaul them and maybe make someone else's life happy because they'll get the chance to read these beautiful books. Definitely a series I would suggest to you guys. I believe I have a book review up for every book on my channel. If not every book, almost every book, except for the new one, because I have yet to read it, and I'm so excited for that. But you can go ahead and check that out on my channel. Next book is called The Truth About Truman School by Dory Helstan Butler. This was $2 at a school book fair, and I picked it up, and I'm just never going to read it. The back of the book says, when we all started the website, we wanted it to be honest. We wanted to make it about the real Truman Middle School. To say the things the school newspaper would never say. So, yeah, it's basically telling you the truth about Truman School, and, it's such a middle grade novel, and it's so short, and obviously I could fly through it if I really wanted to, but I just have no interest. I'm unhauling it. Next thing I'm unhauling, this is kind of random, it's 8 Little Faces by Kate Gosselin. For those of you who don't know, I grew up loving John and Kate Plus 8, so when we found this on sale at Walmart years ago, I picked it up and I read it in 2 minutes. It's a short little cute book, but I really have no need for it, and besides, yeah, I don't even know where I was going for that. I just have no need for it. The next book I have is Troy High, and it says, oh, there's a puppy walking in my room. There's basically something going on with high school rivalries at Troy High, and it's a middle grade novel I picked up at a middle school book fair, and I'm never gonna read it. Next book I have is The Forensic Science of CSI. I was super into CSI and all those television shows for the longest time, but to be honest, I don't even watch television anymore, and I just have no interest in this, and I'm never gonna read it, so. The next I have is Recruited. It's a short story. I picked up the other 2 short stories of these, and I honestly love them. I believe I regifted them to some friends of mine. But yes. The first 2 books in this mini-series was amazing. I truly loved them. It tells a story about different abused victims and how they got over it, either sexually, physically, mentally, all that kind of stuff. And obviously this one tells the story of a guy who got recruited to a football team somewhere, and it wasn't the best decision of his life to go along with that recruit. It's a short story. You can read it in a couple hours a Friday night, but I'm just not a football person, and I have so many other novels to read, I'm just not interested in picking this one up and finishing the series I bought. But they were $1 books, and the first 2 in the series were great for $1. I'll try to figure out the names of those books and put it in the down bar for you guys, because I honestly would suggest those other two books. Next is another dollar special from a middle school book fair. It's Whisper. Telepathic twins. Micah and Ellie are together again, but they're not free. So I'm believing this is telling a story of two telepathic twins who get abducted by aliens, possibly. Yeah, it's just one of those middle grade novels I'm just not interested in picking up at this point in my life, and I don't feel like I ever will be. Next is Holes, and don't get me wrong, this is one of my favorite movies still to this day, and I had thoroughly intended on reading this beautiful novel, but it's just, I'm at the point in my life where I have so many other things I'd rather be reading. I just know I'm never going to get around to picking this up, so what's the point of me keeping it in my collection at this point? Next, I have A Dog's Journey, another novel for humans by Bruce Cameron, and I'm not really sure what it's about. Obviously a dog, but he is a good dog. After searching for his purpose through several eventful lives, Buddy is sure that he has now found and fulfilled it. So it's a story of a dog, and it sounds cute and endearing, and I love animals. I have a dog sleeping on my bed currently right now. But I'm just never going to get to it. I have so many other things I'd rather be reading. The last two books I got from middle school book fairs, actually my mom picked these up for me because they were $3 specials. It's the Haydix trilogy, like the missing books, and yeah, like Sabotaged and Torn, and I'm just never going to read them. I honestly was super excited to read these. I think the covers on these are beautiful. I love that they're hardback, and they were so cheap for hardback. But it's just, I have so many others, and right now I'm not really feeling this genre. I'm right now really into the contemporary novel. I'm writing a contemporary book right now. So like, it isn't on the top of my TBR pile. I doubt it ever will be again, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unhaul it. And that, my friends, was all the books in my unhauling. This was my first unhauling I have ever done. So, yeah, right now in my life I'm working on getting rid of a lot of the material items. Obviously, a lot of my bookish items I won't be getting rid of because that is like my thing, that's what I do. But a lot of the other material items in my life I'm going to try my hardest to get rid of. So that's kind of like the first step in that was unhauling some of the books I just know I won't ever read. So yeah, like I said, I'm starting a new adventure in my life, and I look forward to sharing that with you guys more when I can and I have the opportunity to. But by the time this video is posted, because this is scheduled like way far in advance, you might already know about my embarkment. But until then, you guys will find out soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and see you in my next video. Bye, guys!